If you're a freshman in college, you're going into pre-med, pre-dental, pre-nursing, engineering, then it's likely you have or you are going to have to take Chem 1. It doesn't have to be a nightmare course. I've heard the horror stories, but it doesn't have to be. Let's talk about that today. I'm Conrad in the Making. I'm not gonna lie, chemistry can be tough. It is a lot of overwhelming information at once. You know, the tests are hard. They're not multiple choice. They're conceptual questions. They can be mathematical questions. It combines physics, math, biology. All of the material's comprehensive. You have to know what's on test 1 for test 1. You gotta know what's on test 1 for test 4. So I wouldn't be too worried about it. You just got to take a couple steps and just nail down from the beginning and you'll be fine. What I would recommend from the startup is really pay attention to memorizing those unit conversions, such as like metric units, things like molar mass, density, basic things like that, just to give you a good foundation to be able to recognize problems and what you need for them to carry yourself into things like balancing, equations with stoichiometry, and things like that. I would say the most important skill to learn in chemistry is just to be able to recognize what the problem's asking for and what it gives you to help you find the solution, right? So for example, if I have a problem that says how many moles are in 4.7 grams of water, I can recognize that, hey, I'm looking for moles, so that's going to be the units of my final answer. And then what does it give me? It gives me grams. So I can use the periodic table to run through my mind and say, hey, molar mass will help me find that. And so it's important to know those solutions or those steps that will help you get to your answer. How are you guys going to do this? My biggest word of advice is to do practice problems. I know you don't want to, and a lot of times I feel like I had to learn this the hard way, is that a lot of students won't do the practice problems because either their professor doesn't assign it, or if he does, he's not going to give you points for it. So it's really hard to motivate yourself to take those practice problems and work them and spend time on them whenever you're not going to get points for them. But that is the number one way to just get in the repetitive habit of recognizing what you need and what you can use to find the solutions of these problems. I would also really highly recommend to use your resources on campus. They likely have free tutoring from your tuition. Also use online. There's loads of practice problems online from all the kids across the nation trying to figure out how to do chemistry. So use those practice problems. Don't be afraid to find online tutors either. Crash Course on YouTube has an excellent way to do that. Also, I would recommend Khan Academy. They do a really good job of that as well. So just use them and take advantage of them. It doesn't have to be a really hard course, you know, just use your resources. Honestly, that's the best advice I can give you, is to work those practice problems and you'll be fine. It can be challenging if you're not going into it headstrong, and likely if you're a pre-nursing, pre-dental, pre-med major, more so with pre-med probably, and you know, the biology courses, you're going to be using chemistry throughout your collegiate career, even into grad school if you plan on doing that. So having a good foundation of this comprehensive material from Chem 1, it'll carry over and help you out later in the chemistries. And you know, you need good GPAs to get in these programs, so don't sweat it, but just hit the ground running on the practice problems. And don't be afraid to do it. You know, you guys can really kick this if you really focus on it. I believe in you. Keep the community, guys. If you like the video, subscribe. I'm gonna upload some more videos over these college courses that I've done. So yeah, subscribe, keep the community, guys. I'll see you in the next one.